As we promised you fans on yesterday evening's Sports Journal show, our guests tonight are the 1954-55 West Virginia Class B high school basketball champions, the Fairview High School Indians, and their coach, Bill Reppert. Well, first off, Coach Bill Reppert, let me say congratulations to you and your team on your fine victory in Huntington last weekend.
Thank you very much, Frank.
You know, Bill, it doesn't seem like too long since I was up here in about the same situation, talking with you about a championship that you won in Morgantown. Of course, the team personnel was different, but that wasn't too far back, was it, Bill?
No, Frank, we were fortunate enough to win it the last time, 1951.
Mm-hmm. Well, how did things go, generally speaking, down there in Huntington, Bill?
Well, about the way we expected. We had one rather tough game, the other one, while we played the way we thought we would.
Mm-hmm. Well, Bill, I'm going to come back to you in just a couple of minutes, but I want to talk to some of these lads who were out there on the floor playing for Fairview High School up there in Huntington, okay?
That's all right, Frank.
Let me move over here and talk to the captain of this team. And you know, when I think of basketball stars these days, I think of fellas who are, generally 6'2", 6'6", 6'9". What's your height, fella?
5'6".
5'6". And you will be Ronnie Retton, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're, of course, captain of this championship team, right, Ron?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How did you like the tournament down there in Huntington?
Oh, I thought it was a good tournament.
Mm-hmm. Say, let me ask you this. Do you find it difficult playing against some of these 6'6" guys that I was talking about?
Once in a while, I find it pretty difficult.
And I imagine they find you pretty tough for once in a while, too, honey. I understand you got 30 points in that last game, right?
Yeah, I get a little bit hot.
A little bit hot, huh? How was your average during the season? Do you know offhand?
I think it was 24 a game.
24 a game. Well, you remind me of the fellow that I read about one time, Ronnie, a fellow about your size, I guess, went out for football, I think it was, and the coach said, you're kind of small, aren't you, Bud? And he says, Coach, I'm just small on the outside. I think that's the way it is with you. You're plenty big on the inside, and I'm sure the basketball players in this area, and in the entire state, matter of fact, will attest to that. Ronnie, how did you feel at the half of that first game down there last Friday afternoon when you fellows were trailing? Did it look like you were going to make it or not?
Oh, well, the second half ball club, I knew we'd come back.
Well, I know you're a second half ball club, and that is a sign of a champion, too. I think a team that can come from behind. Ronnie, I've enjoyed watching you play many times during this past season, and I want to say, you're a senior now, right?
Yes.
Well, I want to say best of luck to you, and I think you're looking forward to baseball, which is coming up, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty soon.
Let me ask you this before I move on, Ronnie. Do you have a favorite sport?
Yeah, I like baseball.
I thought that was the case, Ron. I know that you do well in all sports, and the basketball season just concluded as evidence of that, but I kind of think that you have a special warm spot in your heart for baseball, right?
Yes.
Well, good luck to you, Ronnie, and congratulations on the fine win that you fellas came through with down there in Huntington.
Thanks.
Now, let's see. What's your name?
Keith Kim.
And your height is what, Keith?
Oh, about 5'8".
5'8", and what are you here at Fairview High?
Senior.
Senior. How did you like the tournament down in Huntington?
Oh, it was all right.
Which did you think was your toughest game, Keith? Was it one of those two down there, or some that you played before you got down there?
I think it was a game before we got down there.
Which one was that? Do you remember?
I believe it was against Reedsville.
How about that? This Mason-Dixon League is plenty tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you enjoy playing best of all? Is it basketball?
Yeah, basketball.
Mm-hmm. Are you a baseball player too, Keith?
Oh, I play a little.
Play a little? Well, tell me this. How did you do down there in that tournament as far as the scoring was concerned? Do you remember offhand? Or were you getting all the rebounds? Most of them. Putting you on the spot here, ain't I? You don't remember how many you scored and how many rebounds you got. Well, I know this, that each and every one of you fellas were in that ball game all the way. You had to be to come through like you did. And I know that you're too modest to say how many points you scored or how many rebounds you got. But do you suppose the tournament was pretty tough or not?
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
It was a championship tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good luck to you. And let's move on to this fellow with the bright orange and white jersey there. Is that a jersey?
Yeah.
What is your name?
Lloyd Hunter.
And what class are you in, Lloyd?
Senior.
Senior? How did you like the tournament down in Huntington?
Oh, I thought it was a pretty good tournament.
Which did you think was the toughest game for you fellas?
Oh, I thought against Trap Hill was, but the game at Clarksburg against Bridgeport was a pretty tough game, too.
Mm-hmm. And you fellas generally are behind at the half, isn't that right?
Yeah.
How do you explain that? Do you know?
I don't know. I think after we come back after halftime, we're just get hot and start taking off.
Are you a basketball player, or do you play football? And is basketball your favorite sport?
No, I'd rather play football.
Rather play football, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I didn't see anybody else that I talked with yet who said they liked football. We may have some more coming up here. I know that Ronnie said his favorite sport was baseball, and the second gentleman I talked to said basketball, and you're football. Well, good luck to you, and I want to congratulate you on that championship, too.
Thanks a lot.
Here's a fellow that I've heard of before. What's your name?
Walter Coley.
Walter Coley. What are you at the school here, Walt?
Junior.
And let me ask you this. Is basketball your favorite sport, or maybe baseball?
Baseball.
I kind of thought so, Walt. I think you've been playing with some of the teams in the Fairmont baseball leagues in the past. That is the Little League, Pony League, and so on, right?
Yeah.
And let me see. Did you play on that team last year that went down to the state tournament in Parkersburg from Fairview here?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Walt, how'd you like the tournament in Huntington?
I thought it was okay.
Which did you think was your toughest game?
Trap Hill.
Trap Hill. Let's see. That was the first game you played down there.
Yes.
And you were behind at the half, of course. You fellas really had to go in the second half, didn't you?
Yeah.
Were they pretty tough outside shooters, or were they mostly making them from inside, or what was the score there?
Miller was making from inside foul circle right there.
Mm-hmm. Is he a pretty tough ball player?
Yeah, he's a pretty good ball player.
I think you're a pretty good ball player yourself, along with the tribe here. You must be. Well, good talking with you, Walt, and good luck to you.
Thanks.
Now let's see who we have here.
Nick Hayes.
Nick, heard about you, too, in that tournament. How'd you like it down there?
Oh, I had a lot of fun. It was a good tournament.
Good tournament, huh? Which was your toughest game?
Trap Hill.
Trap Hill. How about some of the games before getting down to Huntington? I guess you had a couple of pretty tough ones there, too, didn't you?
Leesville and Bridgeport.
Yes, sir. What do you think was the turning point in the first game down there against Trap Hill?
Well, it's third quarter and last quarter, too. We made all the time shots.
They was all Fairview, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who do you think was the toughest boy in that tournament that you played? Was that Miller?
Yeah, Miller, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to say here?
No.
All right. Well, what are you in school? Did I ask you that?
No, I'm a sophomore.
Oh, you're a sophomore. You'll be around for a couple more years, huh?
Yeah.
A couple inches taller than Ronnie, too. How tall are you?
6'2".
6'3". Well, let me see. Did you ever try to play against Ronnie in practice?
Yeah.
You're glad he's on the same team, I bet.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get on over here. What's your name?
Dave Kent.
Dave, what class are you in?
Sophomore.
And how did you like the tournament down in Huntington?
Oh, it's a pretty nice tournament.
Gets kind of excited?
Yeah.
Which did you think was the toughest game that Fairview had?
Trap Hill.
Trap Hill seems to be the consensus among these boys. What do you think the team is going to be like next year? Have any idea, since you're a sophomore?
Oh, I don't know. I think we'll play a pretty good team.
Right in there. What's your favorite sport?
Basketball.
Mm-hmm. You play baseball, too?
Yeah, a little.
Well, you know, with this weather coming along, it won't be long until you're out there knocking that ball around, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot for talking with us, and good luck to you, and congratulations.
Yeah.
Let's see, one other fella right over here. What's your name?
Jack Shepard.
Jack, what class are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
How'd you like the tournament?
I liked it real well.
And which did you think was your toughest game?
Trap Hill was pretty tough.
Uh-huh. Is basketball your favorite sport?
Yeah.
Well, I want to say congratulations to you, like I did to all the rest of the fellas, and good luck in the future.
Well, thank you.
Well, let's get back to Coach Bill Reppert. Coach, which did you think was the toughest game?
Well, Frank, they were all tough after we once got started in that tournament.
Well, I think that a coach's stomach does certain flip-flops during a basketball game. Is it a little different feeling in the tournament, Bill, or?
Well, there's a little more stress there than there is otherwise.
Mm-hmm. And it seems to me, I've seen you boys in several games, and I know it happened many times as you were working your way up to the finals there. You boys are behind at the half. And I think coming back like these lads have been doing is signs of a true championship team. Don't you agree, Bill?
Yes, Frank, we had that more or less plagued us all the way through every game, clear through the tournament, especially the first one, while we generally found ourselves behind sometime during the game.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, it also is a sign of a true championship coach, because it must be something you tell these boys at halftime besides, let's take a rest because we got another half to go. Bill, this Mason-Dixon conference, of course, you fellas were in the baseball playoff last year in Parkersburg, weren't you?
That's right.
And then this same past season, Farmington won the football championship, and a couple of years ago, Monongah won the Class B football championship, and you guys topped the basketball championship a few years back. And again this year, that speaks well for the athletes here in Marion County, and particularly this Mason-Dixon conference, doesn't it, Bill?
That's true, Frank. Ever since this conference been formed, why, we've always been of the opinion that we could hold our own with any of them in the state. Not only in Class B, but in some of them along with the A schools, and this is generally held true since its formation.
Well, I think that's right, and I might add here, too, that on the all-tournament team, you had three fellows, Ronnie Retton, Walter Kovac, and Nick Sertic, isn't that right?
That's true, Frank.
Well, Bill, I want to say congratulations to you again, and best of luck to you and the Fairview High School Indians in the future, and, of course, in the baseball season coming up.
Thank you very much, Frank.
Awfully nice talking to all of you Fairview High School Indians, the 1954-55 West Virginia Class B High School champions, and, of course, their coach, Bill Reppert.